What's up, everyone? Alan HD here, and welcome to episode 12 of my career mode series. We're getting things started off here, starting a match with Parma, and I'm looking forward to winning this match, and I'm excited. I'm ready to beat Parma into the ground. I got Balotelli. It's his first game. We are going to dominate, I can assure you that. Balotelli here breaking free, and he misses his first chance. I definitely thought that should have been a goal, but Muriel here with an absolutely cracking goal from outside the box. Just hits the top net. But Balotelli here, fake shot and finesse with his right foot, is going to score that 10 times out of 10, 45th minute goal. Puts us at 2-0 in the first half, which is always an amazing thing to do. But they do get one back here with a nice cross and a header, and Pabon scores. But that's pretty much, they had another chance here. I forgot to, well, they actually scored right there in the 90th minute, which actually had me really pissed off. I remember it now because I was just raging like crazy. And that was literally the last second of the game. You see, as soon as they took possession, the game was over, and I was furious. And wow, I was just done with FIFA at this point. I just had enough, but I just decided to keep going. Thought next game would be better, and I just had to try harder next time. I was really disappointed in that loss. Some regular FIFA bullshit, their 90-minute goal. But you can't do anything about it. Take that as a draw instead of a loss. But we are advancing here, and it is about to be transfer deadline day here coming up. You can see there on the 31st, that little clock with the light blue banner. That always will mean transfer deadline day. But we are getting things here, you see there. And I am excited for this transfer deadline day. I'm excited to make some key signings. I go straight into transfers. I realize that my center backs are kind of old, except Kurt Zouma. He is 19, I believe, at this point. But I do go in and search maximum age of 22 for center backs. And there is some pretty decent ones out there, I'll tell you. But we'll see him coming up here. I wanted to get Sacco, but he was a little bit expensive for my taste. But that guy, Mangala, I saw him in 82 strength, a pretty decent pace, and he's 21 years old. I mean, you can't go wrong. I definitely wanted to explore my other options before I started anything, but I ended up going with Mangala here for sure. He is showing great potential. He's 21 years old, overall 77 rated. I put in a 10 million transfer offer for him, and I'm pretty confident that we're going to get him for that. I have no doubt about it. But you see there, his wage that he's getting from Porto is 40,000 at this point, and I definitely have that. I have over 220,000 for my remaining wage budget, and I have a 45 million transfer budget, which I can do great things with. But here, advancing along the hours, and we do get an email saying that our transfer offer was accepted, and that brought a smile to my face after that loss we just witnessed. But I do offer him 50,000 a year for 4 years and guarantee him an important first starting player position in the team, which he would be crazy to refuse from Napoli. But they do accept it right away here in the next hour, and that is our first signing. And it might not be our only one, but you'll have to see. Mangala there, he's just an amazing center back. I'm ready to see him play for Napoli. And he's right there in the reserves, going to put him in the starting lineup, or at least the subs, right next to the center back, Benitez. I think that's the one that they signed on by surprise, but I do put him in right away, and I put in Benito right away. Our brand new center backs right there with Kurt Zouma. Now we have it went from a pretty old defense to a young defense. There was 32-year-olds, and speaking of 32-year-olds, Campagnaro gets an offer here from Bologna, and I accept because I have a new defense force in there, and I probably will not be needing him in the future. We're coming close to like the end of the season, the ending half of it, and I don't think I'll need him. If I do need a center back, I have quite a few in my team. But 3 hours left, and I realized that I want a new left mid. Zuniga is not doing it for me. And I still have the same filter, 17 to 22 years old. And I do search and I do find a person that catches my eye. All of these are great left mids, but I do find here Cristian Tello, plays for Barcelona. He is 21 years old, showing great potential. 76 overall rated, but I do check out my other options first. Even though I'm pretty set on Cristian Tello, gotta look. Can't give up a good offer. But just looking at people here, the thing I don't like about pacey people is that their strength is really low. I try to find someone that's decently pacey and has some pretty decent strength on them, so because I know their pace will grow eventually, and so will their strength, and they'll end up being a pretty beastly player. But we do put in an offer for Cristian Tello here. He plays for Barcelona, as I mentioned before, and I would be really excited to have him. I'd probably start him and put Zuniga on the bench, but I offer him $6.5 million, which is $1 million under his estimated worth. But the chief executive said that it could be possible, so I just listened to that message, and he does accept the transfer offer. Shockingly to me, anyways, but I do offer him $55,000, $5,000 more than he wanted to make sure that I secure him, and I make him an important first-team player, and I do submit it right away. But the last hour coming up here, and they decline it, and transfer deadline day is over. I was pretty pissed off. I thought I was going to get him for sure with that $55,000 a week for a 76 rated player. Wow, I just thought I really had him. And I go back in here, see if I could do anything. Just keep pressing A, nothing's popping up. Transfer window is definitely closed, and that left me pretty peeved. Not gonna lie, but, you know, I'll deal with Zuniga now. There'll be another season, another transfer window. But our first international match is coming up here, the World Cup qualifiers. We are in a group with Germany, which is very, very intimidating. They are an amazing squad. They got the likes of Gomez, and they have Marco Reus as well. Schweinsteiger, always a legend. But we pretty much skipped to the first half because it was pretty uneventful. Nothing really happened. There wasn't many chances created. And it ends 0-0 during halftime. You see there the halftime results. Sweden and Northern Ireland 1-1. Mentioning Sweden, that goal by Ibrahimovic was absolutely amazing. That little bicycle kick. But I do get tugged along here, and I definitely thought that was not deserving of a penalty, but I'll take it. I will not complain. Hazard steps up to take it. Always go right. Nothing has changed. We score it. 87th minute penalty, and that was a little redemption for what had happened in that match earlier this episode where we got scored on in the 90th minute to equalize it 2-2 when I was winning. But that's how this game ends. It was a pretty uneventful game. Got really, really lucky with that penalty. Really, really fortunate. If it wasn't for that penalty, I probably wouldn't have won that. And I definitely still did not think that was a penalty. I didn't even fall or anything. But I do get my first competitive win for my international squad. Looking to do big things with Belgium. And you saw there Germany's in the middle of the table, which is a little scary, but that's the end of this episode, guys. If you like this, please like, subscribe, comment. All of your feedback is greatly, greatly appreciated. I'll see you guys next time, and peace.